Hola amigos, thanks for coming and taking a look at another Breakout EDU activity involving Spanish prepositions and zoo animals. Our activity today is entitled El Guardián Desorganizado, and the main story of our breakout is the zookeeper at the Barcelona Zoo, Guardián Martillo, forgot to lock the cages last night. The animals are wandering the zoo and he needs your help returning the animals to their homes before the zoo opens. Hurry! Visitors are lining up because the zoo opens in 25 minutes. So that sets the premise for the students that they will be working to put the animals in the correct location, which will give them the correct combination for the locks. They will only have 25 minutes to do that, and I found my students in 5th grade are successful in about 20 to 25 minutes, so that's a good time limit for students. Let's start by taking a look at the basic lock setup. You'll need to set the 3-digit combination lock to 506, the directional lock to up, down, right, left, the alphabet multi-lock to M, P, L, T, Y, the 4-digit combination lock to 9847, and then the 3-digit combination small box should be set to 312. Some additional materials you'll need to complete the breakout. You will need the large breakout box in addition to the small breakout box we saw earlier. You'll need a hasp to contain all the locks. You need the UV marker and the UV flashlight, a red decoder, and I have an iPad pictured above, but really anything with internet access, a computer, a Chromebook, or an iPad would work fine. So students will need a handful of printed materials to complete the breakout. On the left, you can see the map. That is the overall premise. Students will be taking the animals from the center sheet and placing them correctly on the map. On the center sheet, you can see that each animal has a number and a letter associated with it. So that will help students decipher what the correct combination is to each lock on the map on the left. There will also be a handful of other printed out materials. There'll be some postcards, different pictures, different puzzles for students to complete, and I include a single PDF which includes step-by-step directions and all files needed to complete the breakout activity. Now let's go through the student walkthrough experience to see what you and your students will discover as you're completing the breakout. Students will start with the large box closed with all the locks attached to a hasp. They will have the small black box. They'll have the zoo map you can see in the back left. They'll have the zoo animal decoder in the front left, and then they'll each be given a postcard, a green frog postcard. You can also display this up on your smartboard or a projector if you have one available. So with that green frog postcard on the back, students will have to read the text on the back either as a group or as a class. That postcard has details regarding the location of the 3 animals on the top left of the zoo map. That will give the students the combination to the small black box. So we'll use the animal decipher sheet to get the 3 animals in the back left, which will give them the combination 312 to open the small black box. After opening the small black box, everything will be available inside for each of the groups to break out. There are materials for a red group, a green group, a blue group, a yellow group, and then there are additionally red decoder glasses and a UV flashlight that should be inside the small black box. Now let's start with the green group. The green group has a very simple clue that is simply a tweet from Mateo when he went to visit the Barcelona Zoo. On that tweet is a link to a YouTube video. So students should decipher that they need to visit that website, and then they will complete a listening activity. That listening activity will lead them to discover the combination to the 3-digit lock. Next, let's take a look at the red group. The red group has another reading activity to read a postcard that will give them the 5 animals involved in the alphabet lock. After they find out the placement of those 5 animals, they will have the combination MPLTY to open the 5-digit alphabet lock. The yellow group has a card that has a picture of red sunglasses, and then they have 4 images that are hidden text images. Students will need to use the red decipher glasses to determine what animal each card is referring to, and then read the text at the bottom of each card to help interpret those 4 animals' locations on the bottom left of the map. After they determine those 4 animals' locations, that will allow students to open the 4-digit lock. Finally, the blue group is going to complete something similar to the yellow group, but they will be using a UV flashlight and examining 4 different images. These images, as they appear now, are 4 empty zoo exhibits. With the UV flashlight, students will be able to see which animals are in each exhibit, and then the text at the bottom of each Polaroid picture provides them clues as to the locations of those 4 animals within the bottom right of the zoo map. That will allow students to open the directional lock. After that, the hasp is cleared to be taken off, and students can open it up and discover the prize that is inside or the simple note that you leave them at the beginning. Once again, all files and materials are available in a single PDF file, and simple step-by-step directions are included to walk you through the setup and completion of the Breakout EDU box. I hope you and your students enjoy El Guardián Desorganizado, and please feel free to shoot me an email or a message and let me know what your students think.